But tonight's session the theme is, why are we here? It's a big question, isn't it? Strangely enough, I've been having those conversations with some friends lately, business colleagues and other friends. And this one friend, who was a bit down in the dumps, kind of said, I feel a bit disconnected, what's it all about? He says, but if you ask yourself that question, why are we here? And he just came out with this of his own back. I didn't spur him on. He said, if you start asking that question of yourself, it's pointless, isn't it? You don't get anywhere with it. It's just depressing. He says, because there's no answer to it, is there? And I said to him, perhaps you're asking the wrong question. And he looked at me, and he knows me. And he said, what do you mean? Why am I here? He says, I can't answer that one either. He says, I've tried to read books and I've Googled it. And I said, you're not going to find the answer to that on Google. Why am I here? I said, only you can find that answer. And he says, what do you mean? What do you mean? I says, well, think of the times when you have been really joyful, really enjoyed doing what you're doing, just felt really blissful, happy, content. Oh, yes, I used to teach. I used to train people in companies. And it gave me such ecstasy. I loved it so much. And I said, there you go. I said, that's your soul telling you that this is why you're here. That's your soul telling you that that's the moment when you're really connected to you, that you found your purpose, something that you're serving that's higher than you. That's the question. Why am I here? What's my purpose? And he said, yeah, but when it was going well, it was brilliant. It was just such bliss and joy. He said, but when it was going badly, it was such a downer. I went on such a downer. And I said, I bet that when it was going badly, it was when people weren't reacting how you wanted them to react, when people were giving you bad feedback. And he says, yeah. I said, so there are times when something inside of you disconnects you from your joy. And he thought about it. Something inside of us disconnects us from our joy, even when we're doing what can bring us joy. And he said, yeah, I was doubting myself. I started to worry, am I odd? Am I doing this right? Am I any good? And I said, so if you could remove those obstacles that come up in the moment in your own mind that disconnect you from your joy, how good would that be? And he said, yeah, it'd be brilliant. And that's what yoga is about. Yoga in any deep personal development, whether it's therapy or other practices, they remove the obstacles in our minds, because it's all up here, isn't it, that disconnect us from that joy. Remember last week I said, when Swami was asked, what is God? He said, joy. When we feel that joy, we are connected to our divine self. In a way, we are connected to God. So it's all about removing these obstacles and becoming more in that joyful moment. Does that make sense? Kind of does.